arrangement of the contract, but there were so many mistakes. And he sent me an email with done in 10 minutes. And so I was like, okay, it's not done. And then I was correcting everything. And I sent him an email back and I wrote, corrected in 30 minutes. Because there was so many things wrong in that contract. But of course, if he wants it like this, then I'm the one to correct it, right? And now I also have other tasks to do. So corporate law is why they hired me, but they now have seen, oh, she can also do some other things. And the new project that's going on, which I will talk about in 2 months or 3. There's also something I'm doing right now. There's some magic behind numbers, like 3, 5, 7, 12 are good numbers, and humans like to read them. They are harmonic, yeah. And also 22, 222, everything with 2, right? Okay, so I'm completely out of what I wanted to do now. So what did we want to do? Okay. Now, next step. How about making the salad? Yes. Great, amazing. So, for that, I need to cut an apple. So this I used to cut onions. I'm just gonna quickly wash it off. So, and then I'm going to cut some apples for the salad. Also quickly gonna wash off the knife. In between I just wash off with clear water. At the end I do it with soap. Given that ChatGPT went from scoring a C to scoring an A in physics tests in university in the span of 3 months, experts expect that yeah. Yes, definitely. My professor said that in 5 years we will be, so when I was studying, in 5 years that job can be done by AI. So that was 3 years ago actually. And so I expect that in 2 years that many things in my job can be replaced by AI. So that's why I'm also doing other things at my job, at the company. Things that cannot be replaced with AI that easily. So. And still I studied it because I was like, okay, anyway, you know, it's not like what I studied was my absolute dream. Like, it was something I wanted to study, but it was not like, for example, I always wanted to be a writer. I always wanted to be a singer, dancer, or a moderator. So I'm still doing Twitch because this is also one of the dreams I always had, to be a moderator of a show. And now I have my like small show, you know. Even though, of course, it's something different than what Oprah Winfrey does on television, right? It's something different, but still, it's something nice and cute, and I love it. And also with writing books, you don't have to be the next George R.R. Martin or something. You don't have to be like a super famous writer, but I'm just writing for the purpose of the story. And yeah, when I'm writing, I'm just fully soaked into the story, and that's why I do it. And so, of course, if it's then successful, that would even be better. Oh, I think I'm just cutting all of the apples. I'm just cutting all of these apples. And I'm lowering the stove now. Well, the heat of the stove. Even though I washed it, I think I will just turn it around. This kind of ash look doesn't scrub off. That's so annoying. So some things you can just not scrub it off. Thank you, Fisher. Thanks for the follow. So that's why I also got rid of some wooden boards that I have. Because some things, they just stay on your board and then it gets very disgusting after a while. But still, wooden boards are way more hygienic than plastic boards, for example. So I'm cutting something into my salad because I can recommend you to put apples into your salad, small apple pieces, just like this, you know. Don't cut the apple tapples. Hey, Boozy, welcome. My sister Apple Tapple, who is also a streamer. Hello, what the hell? Oh, I accidentally put on the timer. So my sister Apple Tapple, who's also a streamer, but not streaming regularly, she is currently doing some internship at school. Some students suspected her to be a new student because she looks so young. She looks like she's 20, 18, even though she is actually 26. She's gonna turn... Wait, she's not gonna turn 27 now. Wow! She's gonna turn 27. What? Okay. Everything's fine. I really have no idea how to slow down time, right? So 1 week, 1 month, over so quickly. She had her first real class of students this week, yes. And always that story of some people sitting in the front row be like, oh, what a pity. I thought we were getting a new student. But no, it's a new teacher. But anyway, when the teacher looks like the student, then I guess it can also be fun, right? And she can be strict, even though she looks very... yeah, of course, joyful, very young, etc. She can be very strict. She was always telling me, when I was living with my parents when we were children, she was telling me to turn off the light. Like, why did you let the lights on? That's not good. That's wasting electricity, blah, blah, blah. And she was being very strict. And so, yeah, being a teacher is the best job for her. Congrats to your sister. Yeah, I will let her know. Whoops. So all these tiny apple pieces go into the salad, and then I have some bigger apple pieces that go into this bowl here. And of course, these are organic apples from Germany. I washed them, and so it's all fine. I can eat them with skin. Yes, she gets to be the cool, relatable teacher. Yeah, exactly. So I also wanted to become a teacher when I was a child, but then when I grew up, I noticed, oh no, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. It's way too stressful. And underpaid for what you are doing. It's underpaid. Of course, you get a good salary as a teacher. Not everywhere in this world. But here in Germany, it's relatively good, the amount of payment, but it's way too stressful. Like, no, thank you. So, my job is mostly quiet. Of course, when I have meetings, it's not quiet, but the rest of the time, it's just quiet. I just put on my relaxing meditation music or whatever, or I put on singing, bird chirping or something like this, 10-hour cat and dog TV. That's how it's called on YouTube. It's so funny. And you just hear the birds chirp and fly around. So on my second monitor, I have the birds open, and then it's so enjoyable. Every time when you feel like, oh, I need a break, I stretch myself, I look over to the birds, I think, wow, that is so refreshing. So, and then you don't have a bunch of screaming students. But big respect, big respect to everyone who is doing that job. Oops, almost lost it. Talking about stressful jobs, I know there are definitely more stressful jobs than being a teacher, but this is definitely also one of those stressful jobs. Totally forgot. I have to take out the sausages and also the feta cheese and also the salad, the lettuce, not the salad. You know, in German, the lettuce is called salad and the salad is also called salad. So that's something I sometimes mix up. Dealing with ill-educated and spoiled children, teenagers, would be hell for you. I guess so, yeah. And I have heard from the interns that were at the company, it is really a struggle. Like, also, the kids are getting very, very sassy. So that guy, that intern, was 17 and no, not even 15. That intern was 15 years old, and he told me about some children that were only 10 and trying to hit the older teenagers at high school and making fun of them. And so when I was in high school, I know that we had such respect for these older teenagers, these older high school guys, and no one would have ever tried to kick them or to make fun of them. How can someone let a 10-year-old make fun of him? Yeah, you don't let these people make fun of you, but they are just making fun of you, so you cannot prevent it. Of course, you can go and you can hit them back, but then you will be the bad guy. So, and that's the problem. If you hit a 10-year-old, then you are the bad guy when you're like 15 or 17. Kids be watching too many outrageous Twitch streamers, yeah. So, yeah, some Twitch drama streamers are definitely not better. Who would do that? I don't know. I just heard the stories. And you see, that's a bit sad. But yeah. Not me having to deal with it, so. Pampered and entitled, ignorance is so bliss for them without understanding or empathy. Yes! Yeah, that's also why this case happened here in Germany. The 12-year-old getting killed, stabbed over 30 times by two other 12 and 13-year-olds. And because they are so young, they cannot get arrested. They cannot be imprisoned. And so they are now in a psychiatric, what do you call it? Psychiatry. But yeah, that's still a mess. That's still Wow, why? And there's a big discussion in Germany now to lower down the age where you can be sued and be imprisoned. Act like a kid, be treated like a kid. Yep. Messed up tragic event. Yeah. Yes, that's what I thought. So if I would be having a knife, and then even if a bad guy would attack me, and I would be like, oh, that bad guy wants to attack me with his knife, and I have a knife too, of course I try to attack him first. But then, even if I know he's a bad guy, then I would still go into shock, be like, oh my gosh, blood is coming out of him, and blah, blah, blah. And then I try to run away. Like, this would be my reaction, but not be like, oh, I stabbed him once, let's stab him again. And then so on. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. I cannot even count to 30 without finding it super awkward and spooky to just like count to 30 and just stab someone 30 times. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. No. The thought of it alone is so disgusting. Whew. Okay. It gets awkward, yes. That makes for great out of context clips. Yeah, if someone would do this, then I always save my streams. Enough apples. So, apples here, apples there. There's so many apples today. It's enough. So, I'm gonna cover these for later. So, covered for after the dinner. Making sure your thread is deceased for your own safety. So, I would only in the most extreme situation, if I would have a weapon, then if I had to defend myself, I would then stab a person like, wow. And I don't even know why. Oh, and by the way, new news, they have now found out, the police found out that these two teenagers, 12 and 13, they have searched the internet before they were stabbing that 12-year-old girl. They searched the internet if they could probably get sued and be imprisoned if they stab a 12-year-old girl, but being below the age of 14. The age of 14 where you can get imprisoned. So that's what they were searching. They did it with a plan. It was not just like, oh, you're so bad to me and boo-hoo, I want to get back at you. But it was calculated, cold-blooded murder. And that's the crazy thing about it. Makes me have goosebumps. You should always be careful with kids. Don't underestimate kids. Wait 1 moment. Oh yeah, there it is. Hey, Oma Mimi, welcome. What am I cooking today? We are making a wonderful spicy sauce with bell pepper, chili, onions, some spices like wild garlic, etc. So, yes, smart in a very, very devilish way. Very devilishly smart. So, and then here sometimes in Germany you can get these in such a paper, but it is with foil on the inside, so it doesn't really go into the paper trash. So, and then there's some root down here, so I always wrap it around like this. So the soil doesn't come into the bowl. Then I cut it off. Whoopsies. So, there we go. So, and then I separate the trash here. The root goes into the paper trash bag. And then the other part goes into the other trash. You would rather be in trouble than to risk your life. Which context now? So, in which context you would rather be in trouble than risking your life? Oh, you mean trying to defend yourself with a weapon? Because most of the time it makes the aggressor even angrier and more aggressive? Oh, pepper spray in Germany, yes. Oh, you think that's a byproduct of the internet and its reach? I don't think so, because the internet necessarily isn't evil. It's what people make out of it. I think that the internet is a good mean to use and to find information, but on the other hand, you can also find very, very good information and helpful information. Information that can save lives as well. Excuse me. Exactly. Be aware of the Notwehr in Germany. And what is Notwehr? It means that you're defending yourself when you are in a dangerous situation. And so there once was this case in Germany a couple of years ago where a guy was being threatened with a knife. And because that guy was very good at martial arts, he then kind of turned it around and stabbed it into the chest of the aggressor. And the aggressor, unfortunately, he died. The aggressor actually just wanted to have a bit of money, and so, yeah, he died. And then he was being a hero to all of the people, and they said, yeah, it's good that he got his punishment, blah, blah, blah. But hey, it's not a punishment if he died, because he then cannot learn from it. And also, yes, he just wanted to have money. It wasn't like, you know. But anyway, that guy died, and then the guy who just defended himself, he got a very, very bad conscience. He had to go to therapy because he couldn't handle that he has killed a human being. Excessive self-defense. Okay, bye-bye, Joey. It was nice seeing you again. Bye-bye. A guy in Sweden is in custody because he tried to break... Oh, he killed 2 people that tried to break into his home through the balcony while he was home. Oh, okay. And so he is now being punished for it, or do they say, oh, it was just self-defense? I think in the USA, you're allowed to shoot anyone who enters your home. I think that is something that is legal because they are on your property, and yeah, in Germany it's not legal. It's a bit different in Germany. So now it's fully washed and nice. So now I gotta take care of my nose again. You spare no sympathy for aggressors or people who prey upon the lesser ones. Yes, okay. So, yeah, that's also what many people said, that someone should not threaten other people and commit crimes, and that it was maybe a good shock for everyone else who also is committing crimes to just don't do it. And I'm also for punishment. It's just that some things are very harsh. But all in all, of course, you should just not be doing it. He would have gotten a medal in the USA. Oh, they call it excessive violence, and the prosecutor will try and get him in jail for it. Okay, I know why, because maybe those burglars, they didn't have weapons. For example, here in Germany, most burglars, when they break into your home, they just have this kind of break-in weapon thingy, but it's not really a weapon. It's like, you know, the tools for breaking in, they have these, and they maybe have a knife. That's it. But they usually do not have a pistol, any other shooting weapon, because that's very, very difficult to get here in Germany. Years ago, you actually managed to sit down for chat with one of the creators of the internet. Oh, tell us, Whiskey. What did you ask that person? Divided States of America, it depends on which one. Yes, exactly. Wait, I'm getting another tissue, okay? It's still from the chili. So, was really interesting to hear. Then I admit they had no idea how it would develop. Once released to the public, it opened a Pandora box for all types of minds to use. It enhances the good and the bad. Yeah, that's true. But all in all, I think that nowadays, all the technology we have, most of it is used for good purposes. And with good purpose. Okay, I'm actually already scared of the sauce. Okay, now let's do it. Let's get going with the sausages, etc., etc. So I will place the sausages here, just because it's already on. Oh, perfect. Oh. My hands are so cold. It is still not spring in Germany, actually. It is very, very cold. It is already the end of... Oh, ouchie. It's already the end of March. It's still very cold. Is there some kind of a crumb in here? So, there. Yes, ChatGPT. That's a different type of thing. Right now, many people, they see it as something negative. But I'm of the opinion that it cannot, at least not now, it cannot fully act and work like a human being. At least not now. Also, it can only use the information that's already out there. And like, for example, people let ChatGPT write a book, but it can only write children's books, like very, very short text, because otherwise it loses this kind of context. The kind of, in German we say the red line, because a story, even though with ups and downs in a story and different kind of branches, it still has this one line, the one storyline, right? And so ChatGPT cannot keep this one storyline and cannot create such a complex story at the moment. So it can only create the shorter children's stories. Yeah, we want to get this out. Yeah. You use it to find new music at the moment. Oh, guys, I can share some very, very nice Vietnamese pop music with you, if you guys are interested, of course. I have found different types of Vietnamese pop music. Some are very traditional, and some are very modern, and some are with a nice storyline, like, for example, like a Hollywood movie. Of course, not Hollywood style, but then Vietnamese style. But still, very interesting. If you are interested, I will share it with you. Exactly. That is a good comparison, Astro. It is just a smart parrot at the moment. That is what it is. It will be a massive tool for a lot of people and businesses. Yes, I agree. I think what you should be doing is to use ChatGPT as some kind of a helping mechanism to your work. Like, you know, you are a good employee and you can do your job, but ChatGPT is like your helping friend on the side, you know? So to solve problems quicker, that's how you can use ChatGPT, but not to actually replace any employee, at least not at the moment. Oh, moody, dark ballads or pop or whatever, nice. Okay, you had lots of snow, Sulan. -3 degrees at the moment. And Whiskey says the point of these people who created the internet was the interconnection, and how even 50 years ago we would never hear about the 2 random teenagers in Germany, for example. Yeah, the fact doesn't affect almost anyone else. Yes. But I think that these teenagers did these murder. I think it shows that there's something wrong with society and not like with a technical device or something, because maybe parents are being a bit too overwhelmed, you know, with all the things they need to do, and they don't have time to take care of their kids, because I think a child that is being loved and well taken care of, they just don't want to kill anybody, right? So at least that's my vision of the world. Like, if you give a child love and care and attention and all the nice things, you don't even need to have a lot of money. You can just like give your time, your attention to the child. Then why should it kill someone else? Like, seriously, I don't know. Yeah, but that's just me. Of course, some people say that there are certain people in the world who are already born with a very dark mind. I don't know. Yes, it's heavily moderated by its creators. Yeah, that's a good thing that it's moderated. So I still have feta cheese. This is feta Lesbos. I can highly recommend it. It's from the island of Lesbos, where actually the term lesbian comes from here. Lesbos. There were these goddesses and they, I don't know, made out with each other or whatever. And then Lesbos was then created as a term for lesbians. Oh, now. So you should only cut on a plate with a very unsharp knife and with a cheap knife, because it kind of damages the blade. But I do it for feta cheese because otherwise the wooden board is a complete mess. You cannot get it out that easily. Siri will bring it to a whole other level. Yes, with the computer interfaces it will change. Yeah, it's the give me 1,000 ideas and not pick the best idea. It should just enhance your work and not replace your work. Hey Liam, welcome. So now, Feta Lesbos. Of course, I'm now gonna get rid of the water in here and then put it in the trash. Yes, yes, it can be blown out of proportion, and I think it's because adults underestimate children. So many adults, they do not take children seriously. They don't listen to them, and so I think if they would take them seriously, like, you know, children are not little grown-ups, but sometimes you could think they are. And like, better treat them like little grown-ups and listen to them and not be like, oh, you just made that up, right? So many people, children who are molested, by the way. So I heard that they talked to adults. They said, oh, this guy was very bad to me. He grabbed me on different body parts, blah, blah, blah. And then no one's listening to them. Everyone's like, oh, you made this up, right? It's just a story, right? And so... And I am currently watching a Korean drama where there's this strong superwoman, and she was punching all the bad guys and make them fly, etc. And they ended up in a hospital because of her. And then the children said to the police, yeah, it was this woman. This woman is so strong, blah, blah, blah. And that woman is super small, like super tiny, and be like, hello. And then she's like, what did I do? Nothing. And so no one's believing these children. And then, of course, she doesn't go into prison for it. Because, yeah. And yeah, it was at the very beginning of the Korean drama, so it's not a spoiler, by the way, guys. And it's just because at the beginning she cannot control her superpowers. So that's what she needs to learn. And that's what she learns during that drama. Hey, Liam, I am making some spicy sauce today with sausages and pasta. Nothing special. But I was just in a mood to do a cooking stream anyway. It's not that I always cook something special during my cooking streams, but hey, it's food. Food is special enough. And if you guys want to check out some very nice dishes, type in !social and you get a link to my Instagram. And there you can check out lots of the dishes that I have done on stream. So, and of course, as always, touching raw meat and raw eggs, then I wash my hands with soap. You eat a lot, ZDR. Hey, welcome. That's good, that's good. Yes, the babysitting is sometimes happening on the internet. That's right, Trisha. But you can also restrict the certain websites that children see. Oh, also a case in Sweden where 2 women killed another woman, lured her into the apartment, also search on the internet on how to murder, etc. Wow. Whew. Thank you, Astra, for posting the link. Okay, scary topics today, guys. Very scary. Let's hope that no one here experiences something like this. Oh, I'm gonna lower the stove for the sausages. So, the heat, of course. Oh, their trial just started. You can share, by the way, in #media. Wait, what did I want to do? Oh, I already put in salt. So I'm just gonna put in the whole package from the pasta. Then I can just eat it tomorrow. I know it's a lot. I know that all looks a lot, but I love to eat things on the other day whenever I have leftovers. Then you save time cooking. Of course, you shouldn't leave things to the next day with all of the food you have. For example, be careful with mushrooms, potatoes, rice. If you reheat them, sometimes that's not a good idea. I'm not a chemist, but I have read certain stuff about this and that chemical is building up, blah, blah, blah. I cannot explain, but be careful with mushrooms and potatoes and rice. Yep. Not every day. Usually on Fridays I am at the office, and then after being at the office working, then I drink some beer with my colleagues, because every Friday is Beer Friday, and then afterwards I go eat dinner at my parents' home, because my parents' home is very close to where the company is that I work at. Yes. You cannot be worried about crazy people living off grid in the woods anymore. It's the 12-year-olds with the internet access. Definitely. Just be scared of everyone. Of course, that is very negative, but have a certain respect. You know, like, I mean, it's scary. Making trust issues worse, right? I also don't know if you could tell beforehand that a person is going to go crazy. Like, that's even a job, you know, these profilers or these criminal psychologists, they try to figure out, can you prevent something like this? Like a criminal case, can you already sense before something happens that this person is going to go crazy? Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Alexa, set a timer to 8 minutes. Alexa, set a timer to 8 minutes. Alexa, set a timer to 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Starting now.
Alexa, set a timer to 4 minutes, because then, you know, I need to turn around the sausages. I always let them have, like, you know, some people turn it around 2 times. I turn it to all of the 4 sides. And now let's see if this is really tasty, like if the sauce is really tasty. Because it could be really spicy. So I'm gonna put it on a plate over here. Still the chili in the throat. They are between 18 and 21. Okay, yeah, the German girls were 12 and 13. Do I eat everything you did, or you clean after? Not all the time. Like, there are leftovers. I always, whenever I do a cooking stream, mostly it's a bit too much that I've cooked. I eat it the next day, so I'm not actually cooking every single day. Like I said, Fridays I'm at my parents' place, or sometimes when I cook a bit too much, the next day I reheat this. But usually like at least 5 times a week I cook. But yeah, it's definitely something. It takes lots of time, of course. Here, apples and feta cheese, the feta Lesbos. Definitely, I can recommend it. Yeah, I will just let it... Oops. What just happened? Magic. Ah, okay, it was the touch screen. But anyway, yes. The camera knew exactly that I would be going here to take out the dill for the salad. A bit of dill is always good. Putting it in here. Dang, so good. What are you guys eating today? Something for lunch, dinner? Something more fancy than me, for example. So this is the bean kraut. This is very good for salad as well. Has a very Mediterranean smell. Bohnenkraut, beans. Bohnen means beans. Kraut means herb. Kraut. Bohnenkraut. So this is what you can see inside of here. Well, no. I need to rearrange that camera. It's so annoying. Roast root vegetables tonight. Nice. I just had roasted vegetables last week, and it was purple carrot, like black carrot, red carrot, orange carrot, and some type of yellow carrot. Hey, Chicks Underground, welcome. Hello, hello. Today is not Whiskey Wednesday, but today is just Wicked Wednesday. I had one chili. I wanted to try out how spicy it is, and it was very, very spicy. Beautiful apron, thank you. That's the apron my mom was sewing for me with some kind of a small bag. Okay. So now Alexa told me I should turn these sausages around. So to this side. Alexa, stop! So 4 sides. And now this shouldn't be too... Oh, okay, you clipped it. Oh, thank you for clipping. Very spicy. Yes, she did it herself. She's a professional seamstress. She was also already sewing red wedding dresses, curtains matching with pillows and cushions, etc. All kinds of things. She can sew almost everything. Yes, she learned it for 3 years, and she was the best in her class. Yes, even though at that time she was also learning German. Huh? So I'm going to take a look at that clip later, Whiskey Echo. But yeah, definitely thanks for clipping. That saves me a lot of time searching for it myself. So, there. I'm gonna take care of that hand camera after the stream, like it's still too dark. But first, let me try the sauce. Oh. First I thought, wow, it's not spicy at all. And then the spice came back. But It's a good spice. It's not too spicy because obviously it's mixed with the sauce. And it's not like the pure chili, so I can eat it. So it was a good decision that I put these chilies in here for next day or the day after tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Whiskey. So here. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? This is my salad dressing. This looks a bit scary, but this is French vinaigrette. Balsamic vinegar with sweet mustard and some olive oil. Whew. Yeah, I can feel a slight burn in my throat, but it's not as bad as, when I ate the chili pure. So I usually put like 4 tablespoons in here. You would eat a pig, you're hungry. Oh, the 50-year golden wedding anniversary of my grandma and grandpa. I think they had a pig. It looked a bit gruesome. I'm not a fan of displaying meat like that, even though some people find it pretty. I don't find it pretty. Alexa, stop! So, now, let's try to put it up here again, so it looks good. Hello, Roborops. Anyway. There we are. Much better. Don't fall down, please. Falls down. Okay, it stays. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
There are no timers set. Are you kidding me? Okay. Wow, I don't like Alexa sometimes. Alexa is, annoying sometimes. So, the 4th side is buzzing in the pan. And since Alexa said there's no timer... Oh! Okay. I'm lucky it didn't hit the carpet. I'm gonna put it back. So, my living room is right close to my kitchen, and so it just fell off there, and it fell like one tiny sprinkle onto my carpet and then the other one on the floor. So I'm gonna get rid of that after the stream. Luckily, I didn't put any turmeric in the sauce, because turmeric you can get out of nowhere. If you have a turmeric stain on your clothes, then the red sauce will wash off of your clothes. But the turmeric will stay there, so you will have, even though you had some red stains on your pants, you will have some yellow stains after you have washed them. And no, there is no chemical I know that would get the turmeric out of your clothes. Hey, Robbie Rob! Yes, not like this, Salon. But yeah, the sauce is good, and everything else, and yeah, I'm gonna brush it away, wipe it away after the stream. Just a few sprinkles. And now gonna see if this is good. Oh, they used it as dye in the 1500s. So let's try. Yes, it's good enough. I'm turning off all the stoves. Perfect. That's perfect. What plate should I use, actually? I will maybe just use a white plate. Or maybe a black plate, right? Oh, come on. Let's use a black plate. So it's now al dente. And I'm going to get rid of the water. Where's the lid? Where's the lid? I need the lid. The lid was there a moment ago. What the hell? Okay, but now it's time for presentation, guys. It makes no sense. Where's the lid? Oh. I accidentally put it in my dishwasher, even though, as you can see, it's clean. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a small lid on the apples, but it's not big enough for the pasta pot. But yeah, thank you for helping out, Astro. So I got rid of the water. It's al dente, and while it is still warm, it will still get a little bit softer so that it's perfect. And I will take a little bit of butter and put it in here, like 10 grams, about 10 grams. And then I will let the butter melt in here and then stir. But of course I already get it off the stove. Otherwise the noodles get meshy. You would eat it with mustard. I have some very good mustard here. If you guys come to Germany, make sure to check out here this wonderful region of Monschau, Monschau Senfmühle. It has mustard in all kinds of variations. This is fig mustard, by the way. And I always do my salad dressings with that mustard. And Monschau is a very historic city, so I can highly recommend it. But of course, yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. It's not like someone's telling me, hey, go to that city. And no, it's just because I enjoy it. So I'm gonna reset the camera one more time. Hand cam, reloading, but it does nothing to it. What a pity. Anyway, so now it's presentation time. Now it's time to put a bit of lettuce onto the plate. That's a bit too much apple. So a bit more feta cheese. Oh, it looks so gruesome because the camera... okay, so as you can see here, the colors look off. It is really colorful. Okay. Should I place the sausages as one? I could also cut it. Yeah, let's cut it into pieces so it looks a bit nicer. So I will cut it now. I will show you stove. The void plate. Yeah, it just soaks up all the colors. So shake, shake, tip, tip. Just like this. And now cutting it a bit diagonal. I'm just taking one sausage so the other ones don't get cold, and I'm putting it off the stove now so it doesn't get too dry. Okay, so off the hot stove. because it could be that it gets too dry otherwise. Oh, you eat meat every day. Okay. So I eat 4 times vegetarian a week because I listen to the doctors here. They say, do not eat meat every day. 3 times a week is enough, they say. Of course, no one has to listen to the doctors. It's just what I do. I should put the sauce underneath. So 600 grams of meat per week. That is recommended.